Never left. It's boy Rio's morning session. Good morning to everybody out there. This session's called Have You Tried Sobriety? You tried everything else, but have you tried sobriety? Do you even truly know what the problem is? Do you even truly know who you are? How long has it been since you've taken a break from smoking, drinking, pills, whatever it is that your vice is, whatever your choice of drug is, or whatever your release? Have you tried sobriety? Like, have you taken the time to take a break and detox and fast? Detox and fast. What's up, Debo Nemo? Have you taken the time to detox and fast to actually learn who you are? Learn about yourself. Top of the top, we'll blame everything else in our life for our problems, for our issues, for our behavioral issues, mental issues, emotional issues. But we won't take the time to put the bottle down or to put the green down. And I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with marijuana. But what I'm saying is that there's something wrong if you can't stop doing it. If you can't put the green down, give it a break for, let's say, give it a break for 5 months, 4, 5, 6 months, 3 months. If you can't put it down, that's what's wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the green. It's something wrong with you. You're being abusive. You're abusing whatever it is, and now you need it to cope. You need it to go through your day. If you're going to go outside, or you're going to go do something, you're going to the club, you got to smoke. You're going to the movies, you got to smoke. You're going to a concert, you got to smoke. You're going to do this, you got to smoke. You're going to go play basketball, you got to smoke. Everything is attached to smoking or attached to drinking. Like, you've been doing drugs or you've been drinking and smoking longer in your life than you have not been. You've been smoking since 14, been drinking since 14. Now you're 30 years old. You've been doing it for 16 years versus not doing it for 14 years. Do you even truly know who you are now? Do you even truly know how you would react to certain situations with a clear mind? Oh, thank you for watching the vlog. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, I got another one dropping today. More vlogs coming, more vlogs dropping, a lot of family stuff. But how do you actually know who you are spiritually, mentally, and physically if you haven't tried to just be yourself, to be completely you, naturally you? You might be a totally different person. You might be totally inspired and motivated by different things. But it's a trip. I was just thinking about that shit, and I was telling my boy, like, how do you know that you got an issue or something's wrong with you if you haven't stopped doing what you're doing? You have to stop doing what you're doing so that you can even try to diagnose what's wrong with you. It might be what you're doing that's what's wrong with you. It might be your drinking is causing your depression because you hung over in the morning and you're dehydrated. It could be all kinds of shit. But you won't take the time, but then you'll have every excuse as why not to stop. Well, it's natural. It comes from the ground. God intended for us to have this. But can you stop? When was the last time you did stop? Has it become your coping mechanism? Has it become your coping mechanism? Like, you're doing it to cope with life. You're doing it to cope with trauma. You're doing it to cope with just everyday situations. You're doing it to cope with depression. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate Kamal Harris. But it took me, like, just like my vlog yesterday. I had the vlog out yesterday that I went to the jazz festival. And it just, like, dawned on me, like, damn, that's the first jazz festival that I've ever gone to that I have not been drinking. That I wasn't drinking. Usually if I go to a jazz festival, I have some wine, a drink here or there or whatever, but you just, enjoying the music or whatever. I had such a good time with my family being sober. I had a better time at that jazz festival and got to enjoy the details and the nuances of the get-together, of the concert, the shit that I wouldn't have seen because I would have been inebriated. And it really dawned on me like, oh shit, like I'm experiencing a lot of things for the first time in my life at 43, because everything else that I did, everything that I usually did, I did it under the influence. I did it under the influence of marijuana, did it under the influence of alcohol, one or the other, or maybe both. So that's like had me tripping like, oh man, like I'm starting to enjoy life and I'm enjoying life without it. And I don't have a urge to do anything. The only thing I do have an urge to, only thing I really do miss is a Bloody Mary in the morning. But it tripped me out like, damn. Like I used to need something to do something. Now I don't need anything. Now I'm enjoying life just naturally high. Naturally high off being positive and being motivating, you know what I mean? And just I'm not handcuffed to a substance. I didn't realize that I was handcuffed to a substance. And that shit is like, it's like a beautiful feeling, you know what I mean? And I don't have, my household is not my household is the first household in my family that is not an alcohol or a weed household. Like my kids don't even know, well, my oldest, my 18-year-old, but my kids don't even know what like a drinking socially family is. Xander definitely doesn't know. My baby definitely doesn't know. That he doesn't look and be like, oh, mom and dad drink. Okay, y'all. A sober mind versus an intoxicated mind. And giving yourself a chance at knowing who the fuck you are. Like, do you even know who you are? I've been sober for 2 years. But I've done Mr. Mushies every now. I've done Mr. Mushies like every now and again. Like maybe mushrooms, not to get on actual drugs or whatever, but out of all the drugs I've done in my life, mushrooms were the best and the most helpful. Helped me get like a clear conscience, make you think deeper about stuff. But yeah, about 2 years. And I don't need anything. Like I don't feel the urge or need to have anything. That shit is like, it's definitely a strong feeling, a good feeling, knowing that you're not attached to anything. Like anything, nothing is attached to your character. Nothing's attached to you. Like, oh shoot. Oh yeah, I know when he comes around, it's gonna get popping because there's gonna be drink, or he's gonna have this, or he's gonna have. When I come, I just bring me. Oh, you want me to come hang out? Okay, guess what I'm bringing? Me. You're not hanging out with me because I got the green. You're not hanging out with me because I got the bottles. If you're around me, it's because you want to genuinely be around me, not because of what I bring to the table, as in substance-wise. Just keep going here. Dang it. And to me, that's a powerful feeling. You know what I mean? Like, there's not two of me. It's just me. This is it. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody's out there having a good day. But that's just what I was just tripping off of and thinking about, like, is when was the last time that you took a break? And I'm not saying you got to quit forever or stop forever, but when was the last time that you took a break? When was the last time you fasted? When was the last time that you did a detox? And all throughout my life, I've always like detoxed off of stuff because I'll get the feeling that, oh shit, I'm feeling like I need this in the morning or I need that, and I'll stop. And the funny thing is, when you come off a detox and you come back, everything is stronger. Everything is better. If you take a break from weed for 6 months, when you come back, you're not gonna have to smoke as much as you used to smoke. You're just gonna have to smoke a little bit, and it's gonna last longer. Like, because we abuse things. There's very few people who do stuff that don't abuse it. Nobody really does shit in moderation. If you do, you're a very powerful, strong person, and I give you all of the respect and kudos. But yeah, man, that's like a big thing that I was just thinking about. Yeah. Almighty Dreddy. Dang, that's crazy. That was on my mind. Maybe that was on my mind so that you could receive this message. It's like you might reach a whole nother level in your life by fasting, by detoxing. Like every powerful person has fasted. Like every story of a powerful person, the story of Jesus, the story in Egypt, the stories of Indian stories, is always about fasting. There's always a fast in all religion. It's about fasting to reach the purity, to get to a certain level, to get a clear conscience, to get a clear mind. And it's the same thing with drugs, alcohol, weed, all that shit. But we think because weed is legal now that there's nothing wrong with it. Alcohol is legal and there's nothing good about it. Alcohol is legal. Nicotine and cigarettes is legal. Cigarettes are legal and there's nothing good about it. They force feed us sugar. There's nothing good about it. Now they're force feeding us marijuana, weed, green, and they've done all kinds of studies on the good things about it and what it's good for and what it can do for you. But take a break, cuz. Take a break. Like, I tell some people, like, nigga, once you start looking like the blunt, it's time to put the blunt down. Once you start looking crispy and dusty like the blunt, once your appearance starts looking like that, put the blunt down. Go recover. Go re-energize. Go take a break and take several seats. You are no longer consuming the product. The product is consuming you. Oh man. Like, think about the money and the time that it takes just to do whatever you're doing. Got to go get it. Got to go get the product that twisted up in, or this and that, a lighter, a pipe, papers. Then you got to sit down and go do it. You got to go, like, it just like, there's a lot of reasons just to stop, just to collect data. Like, how much money am I going to save? You complaining about not having any extra money or not having any savings. How about you stop doing what your vice is and put that money away? Whatever you use for your vice, whatever you do with that time, why don't you supplement that with working out and putting your money away? The time that it takes to do whatever it is that you're doing, supplement that and replace it with working out or going for walks or reading or whatever it is. Just to see what it feels like. Just to see what the positive outcomes are. Or if there are any positive outcomes. Put it down to reintroduce yourself to yourself. Put down your vice to reintroduce yourself to yourself. You may be a totally different person than when you first started this shit. Now that you've learned more things, now that you've matured, now that you've read, now that you've had way more, completely, totally different person now than when you fucking started. Else, have you tried sobriety? Intoxicated. Keyword, toxic. Intoxicated. When I was a kid, when I was 15, 16, I got a DUI. 3 months later, I got a hit and run. Heavily intoxicated all the time. Intoxicated. Toxic. It's toxic. Liquor, spirits. You become a different person. You become a monster when you're drinking. You become a different person when you're drinking because you're being fucking taken over by spirits. Windows and doors is opening up. Gotta pay attention. Why don't you take a break and just say, you know what? For 30 days, I'm going to take a break. And for 30 days, I'm going to pray to God 3 times a day and just have a conversation with God. And if you don't know how to pray, if you don't have certain prayers, just talk to God about what's going on in your life. What is going on wrong in your life? You haven't talked to your daughter in forever? Talk to her. Go walk on the beach and talk to your daughter that you haven't been able to communicate with, and talk to her through the universe. She'll receive that message some way or another. She'll read something, she'll look at something, and she'll remember, she'll think of you. Take the time to get outside yourself. It's bigger than you. They don't sell liquor on the corner in the hood for no reason, for no reason. Every corner there's alcohol, every corner in the hood. That's not done by accident. There's not dispensaries in every hood, all over the place, in every hood, just popping up all over the place for no reason. Keep them zombies. Keep them focused on everything else besides what needs to be done. Keep them slowed down. Slow them down. Make them do these things that are usually celebratory events, that is usually reserved for celebratory celebrations. Give it to them for every day. You haven't had a reason to celebrate for fucking 10 years. You haven't had a reason to celebrate for 6 months, but you're smoking and drinking like you're celebrating every day. That's dope, Spliff. All right, wait, Smoke Cliff Productions. That's dope. So you detox January and August every 6 months. So you're still doing drugs more than you're detoxing. You're still doing the unhealthy more than you're doing the healthy. And I'll tell you what takes more of a toll on the body is poison. I don't know what got me on this, talking about this, but talking with a few people and just going over some stuff, like, but it's important, you know what I mean, to get to know who you are. Quan, what's up? What up, man? What up, everybody out there? What up, ECSU? Top of the morning to everybody. Good morning and blessings to everybody out there. Wishing y'all the best. Wishing y'all a good day. You're getting into the weekend. One more day. Thursday, Friday, 2 more days, really, because the days just started. But yeah, man, get to know yourself. Try to get to know who you are and what you're about. And the crazy shit is, once you put things down, once you put them down, things start smelling different. You start sleeping different. Well, my sleep is always messed up, but like you're more lively, you're more aware. Your senses are more are heightened. Your senses are heightened when you clean up. We take a shower every day, maybe more than once a day. We clean the outside of our body once or twice a day, but we're not cleaning the inside of our body. We'll clean up our appearance. We'll clean the surface, but we won't clean the inside. Shit that really matters. The shit inside. It's like mowing your lawn and landscaping and keeping your outside looking great, your outside of your house looking great, and the inside is just shit. Trash everywhere, dirt everywhere, smelling like shit. Just disgusting. But the outside looks great. Damn, that nigga was so young when he died. He looked so good. He worked out all the time. Yeah, but the inside of his body was garbage. Y'all know about that? Y'all ever heard of that? Then they, like, the other thing is how they hike up the prices on alcohol in the club. That shit is the craziest shit. That shit's super crazy. Some shit will be 10 times the cost of what it is normally. A shot is the cost of the bottle outside the club. You go in the club and the price just skyrockets. What up, Logan? How you doing, man? It's one of my favorite names. My good buddy's name is Logan. And I love Wolverine too. But what up, Logan? But it's just a thought. It's just a thought. Ain't nobody, I'm not trying to preach or hammer anything home. It's just what I was just thinking. Like, how can you blame everything else or say you got the answer or this is why such and such is, but none of that's working, but you haven't tried the one thing that's like the freaking obvious. You haven't tried the obvious. Damn, 1,800 for a bottle of 1942? Jesus. What's that, Casa Azul? That shit's crazy. I've never been a bottle buyer inside a club. I've never been the one to celebrate or bring attention to myself. Like, look at me, look at what I'm buying, look at what I'm wasting my money on. I've never been that guy. I got so much money that I'll throw it away. Look how much money I got. I'm throwing it away. Yeah, let's go. I'm throwing money away. Never been on my heart. Has never been on my heart. But I do want to celebrate y'all. I want to celebrate everybody in here and tell you you're doing a good job. You're making it. You're here. You're breathing. You woke up today. Let's be happy. Let's appreciate that. Let's thank God. Damn, that was horrible parking. Damn, it's extra for the lights and shit. I didn't know it was extra for the lights. What's your best advice for somebody trying to kick addiction? Change your environment. If you have to stop being around certain people, if you have to stop being in certain situations, change your situation. And then write down what you value in life and write down how the addiction is causing you not to be able to do what you want to do. Right, Ace Boy Dogface. J-Rod, send it to my Instagram. I'll check it out. But we are a lot stronger than what we think we are. We are stronger than what we give ourselves credit for. We've dealt with a lot. We've put up with a lot of stuff. We've dealt with a lot. We've overcome a lot of stuff. We've made it through obstacles to get to where we are today. Hey, crack is a hard one to kick, but there's help out there for you. You know what I mean? Like, you can go get help. If you're being honest, if you're being real, you know what I mean? But there is help for you. Go seek it. Don't be too proud to go ask for help. Right, Duranji. Get to a point in life where you're happy doing you, and like addictions will be easier to kick. And it's like, some of these addictions are beyond, like, it's not even just an addiction, it's an obsession. There's an obsession. Like, there's an obsession with the movement, like cigarette smokers. Like, they'll kick cigarettes, but they'll need to have like a stick in their hand just to do this, like just to have the motion of doing this. Drinkers, when you're out at the bar or whatever, when you stop, you just want something in your hand. You want a cup of ice, a cup of Red Bull, cranberry, just to drink. You know what I mean? Like, it's repetition. It's like going through the motion, muscle memory. It's like an obsession. Like, we could be obsessed with the environment of something. Like, we could be alcoholics, but we just really love being in the bar. We just love socializing in dive bars, or we like being in that surrounding. And that's what comes with alcohol. It's not just alcohol, it's the socialization, it's the conversations, the laughing, the good times. It could be all that. You can do anything you put your mind to, Assad. It's hard to kick a habit when you like it. Like, habits, habitual movements, habitual things that you do, yeah, it's hard. But once you like stop it well, habits, not addictions, but habits. Once you replace that habit with something else, like another healthier habit, that becomes your habit, the healthy option. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Assad. I appreciate it. I'm proud of all of y'all in here. I'm proud of everybody in here. Addiction is chasing a chick who cheats because you're not used to love. And it's not even the chick that you're chasing. It's the feeling that comes with that person. It comes with the feeling of that attention. And you've put energy into that girl. And it's like, if you don't get that reciprocated from her, it's like a waste. I wasted all my time. I wasted my energy on this girl. But it's not a waste. You learned something. You grew as a person. You became better. Even though it's a negative and she's not there no more or don't want you or whatever, but at least you learned how to love. Once you learn to love and like yourself and love who you are, that's the key. It's just loving who you are, accepting yourself, accepting who you are, accepting the way God made you. But we live in a time now that's so crazy that you could just literally wake up, and if you have enough money, you could change yourself. You could change your look. You could change your body. You could change your height. You could change your face. Nobody's happy with who they are. Why? Nobody's happy with who they are. They're keeping you unhappy with things. They keep showing you things that you could be. Oh, this is what's good. No. This is what's beautiful. Oh, no. This is what's cool. So we keep chasing the cheese that they put in front of us. We keep chasing the carrot. They keep moving the goalposts. My dad was an alcoholic just like that. A functional alcoholic. Worked every day. He was a functional alcoholic, worked every day. The mailman. But it took a toll on his body. One day it'll build up. If it hasn't manifested its ugly face, just know it will someday. It will. You guys can do it. But you just have to be happy with who you are. You have to actually look at yourself and be like, there are things I want to change. There are things I could get better at. There are things I could be stronger at. But I love me. I love who I am. I love my imperfections. I don't need to have a six-pack. I don't need to be the most beautiful, the most makeup. Maybe I am the most beautiful person, but I'm not telling myself. Y'all ever seen like I hate to say unattractive or whatever, but just somebody that didn't meet your standard of what you thought beauty was, but you were attracted to that person? Like that person was attractive to you, but it didn't meet your like normal standards of beauty or whatever. She could be this or he could be that. And you're like, damn, why do I like this fool? Why am I attracted? It's what's on the inside. It's the person. You're attracted to the person, not the look. And that's a deeper attraction. That's way deeper than a physical attraction. But you're attracted to that person because of who they are. Be that person. Be the person that people are attracted to because of who you are. Not what you look like, not what you wear. But I love all y'all, man. I don't know. That's just the message of today. Hopefully y'all go out there, be a blessing for somebody. I got to get in here to work. But just try to get closer to yourself. People are always trying to get closer to God. But God is also within. God is also within you. So try to get closer to you. Try to get to know yourself a little bit better. Get rid of the barriers. Get rid of the obstacles so you can strip away all the layers and just get to yourself and learn you. Love to all y'all, man. And I pray nothing but strength and healing and blessings to you and your family and everybody that you love, your friends, your loved ones. Go out there and be great. Get rid of the things that are stopping you from achieving greatness. Sit down. Sit down in quiet. Sit down in silence. And just think. Think to yourself of what you want. And what you love about yourself. Think about all the accomplishments, all the things that you've made it past. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy with what you have right now. You deserve to be happy with who you are right now. Not for who you're going to be in the future or what you're going to have in the future. You deserve to be happy right now. But blessings to everybody out there. I'm out. All love. Go out there, be a blessing for somebody. Keep your eyes open to people in need of help. Go have an impactful day. And I'll chop it up with y'all tomorrow. All love. I'm out. Ace Boy Rios, morning session.